Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Joy of Stick. Stickhead here with your Atari ST gaming channel, and today I'm bringing you Lode Runner, theme appropriate, and I'll explain why in just a minute. Actually, I'll tell you right now, because I'm taking part in Movember this month, the month of November. I've been roped into it by some work colleagues, so I thought why not just throw myself into it. And I'm going to be doing the 60k run as well, so I'm going to be a runner, so let's play Lode Runner, right? It makes perfect sense. Anyway, yeah, the reason I'm running 60k, if you head over to the Movember site, there are some pretty shocking statistics on there. Apparently we lose 60 men worldwide every single hour due to suicide, and that just strikes me as utterly ridiculous. I mean, how can we call ourselves a civilized society when that kind of thing's going on? So, you know, let's do something about it. And Movember are trying to do something about it. They're trying to cut that, but I think it's by 25% or something like that, due to the actions that they're taking. And it's, you know, incredible stuff. And as men, we're not particularly brilliant at talking about our mental health. I mean, as an entire society, we're not great at talking about mental health, really, but men in particular. So yeah, hopefully we can get talking about it, and maybe later on this month, if I'm feeling a bit braver, I'll talk to you about my mental health journey ongoing. But yeah, maybe not today. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing this anyway. I'm going to be growing some incredibly wispy, probably greying nonsense on my top lip here throughout the month, and I'll be trying to run 60k, which when I signed up to it I thought, yeah, 60k, that's doable. But then when I break it down, I'm like, oh, hang on, that's 15k a week, and I've got to do it while I'm working as well. So I'm going to try my very best. I did go for a run today. I did do 10k, so that's, you know, that's a good 10k under the belt. Only 50 to go. But if you would like to support me in this endeavour and this fantastic cause, then I'll drop a link in the description below. Please go and check it out. Now, I know under the current circumstances, finances are difficult for a lot of people, so only give what you can afford, please. And if you can't afford it, but you'd like to support me in another way, then, you know, retweets, sharing the links, sharing my Facebook posts, whatever, just kind of boosting that signal is going to be just as valuable. So thank you very much in advance for all of that too. And I think every time I talk about this, I want to talk about something to do with men's mental health, and because the thing is, we are heading into another 4-week lockdown, and mental health is difficult at the best of times, and this is anything but the best of times. So it's going to be really, really tough for some people, and we need to look out for each other, basically. And there's some brilliant tips on the Movember website about that. I'll give you some links to it, but they've got this scheme, they call it the ALEC scheme. It's about reaching out, and A means ask, so you know, you ask how they're doing. L means listen, you know, listen carefully to the answer. E means encourage action, so try and be proactive and tell them about the things they can do to make improvements and take small steps in the right direction. And then C is check in, so it's, you know, just check in again further down the line, a few days, a week later, how's it going, you know, things any better. And it's such a simple thing that we can be doing, but it really helps. And I know that when I was at a low, there were a number of people that did that, checking in with me, and it really did help. So yeah, anyway, you can probably tell that I'm not particularly good at talking about this kind of thing, but I'm going to really give it a go throughout the month. And yeah, like I said, in a future video, I might share my mental health journey. But anyway, should we crack on? Should we play some ST games? That's why you're all here. You're all thinking, stop waffling on, just play the game, will you? So yeah, because I'm doing a lot of running this week, it made sense to this month. It made sense to me to do a bit of Lode Runner. I absolutely adore this game. It's so good, and I can't believe I haven't done a video on it on the channel yet. It's ridiculous. Long overdue. I say I haven't. One of my very first videos, like way back, I don't even know how long ago it was, was just a gameplay video, because I used to write reviews on a blog rather than doing them on the videos, and I used to make a little gameplay video to accompany the writing so people could see what it looked like. But yeah, so it was just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looked like. Shout out to the Benway, absolute legend. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so there's no commentary on it, so here is a bit more of a traditional The Joy of Sticks video of Lode Runner. First things first, I need to work out what I'm doing here. Let's tell you a bit about the game, shall we? Well, it was released in 1989 on the ST. You can see here, published by Broderbund, but coded by Loriciel. Do you remember Bumpy? We played Bumpy on the channel a little while ago. That was a Loriciel game. They also did Baby Joe, Gym Power, Matahari, Turbo Cup, which is a racing game that loads of people tell me I should play. Never played it. They did Squeak. So, you know, good games, definitely good games. But the original Lode Runner is absolutely ancient. It goes way back to, like, I think it's 1980 when the legendary Douglas E. Smith started coding it on a Commodore PET, I believe. I'm going to have to fact check all of these things in a minute. Make sure I'm not talking absolute codswallop. But yeah, and I think originally the game was turned down by Broderbund, and I think it was a very tile set based game. So if you press left, it would jump 8 pixels to the left, and if you press right, jump 8 pixels to the right, and stuff like that. So they were like, no, this isn't right for us. But they did give him some money, I think, as a bit of an advance to say, you know, develop it so your sprite moves smoothly, and then we'll have another look at it. And eventually, I think he was at university or something at the time. And in 1983, Broderbund picked it up again and published it, but this time for the Apple II. So there you go. So the game itself was 9 years old by the time it ended up on the ST. And the ST version, if you're familiar with any of the older versions, you can see it's very faithful to the original, certainly in terms of gameplay. So it's not like the NES and arcade versions of the game, which have, I don't know if the arcade doesn't have scrolling. The NES version definitely does, but the arcade has like updated sprites and animations, and it doesn't have the same feel. It's just wrong. But this is very true to the original. It just kind of ups the amount of colours on the screen, and you get some gorgeous sampled sound effects and things like that. So that's the best kind of update in my eyes, even to this day. When they update old games, just, you know, give them a lick of paint, make them run nice and smoothly, but please don't change that core gameplay. And that's what they did. So anyway, what's the idea here? You're a highly trained galactic commander. I'm reading from the back of the box here. Deep in enemy territory, power-hungry leaders of the repressive, bungling empire have stolen a fortune in gold from the peace-loving people, and you've just discovered their secret underground treasury. So guess what we're going to do, guys? Oh yes, your goal, to recover every last ingot of bungling booty. Oh, you got to love that booty. Yeah, definitely. All right, I tell you what. What am I doing here? Come on, let's crack on. Okay, so basically you're presented with this single screen, no scrolling. What you see is what you get. You've got to pick up all of the treasure. Now, one of the things that, you know, isn't so good about this update is that they changed some of the graphics, you know, so you can imagine they're piles of gold. That works quite well. Some of the other icons are a bit weird, but hey, so basically you've got to pick up the treasure. They look like pyramids here, so we pick those up. We've got to avoid the enemies. Now, we're not completely helpless, because we can zap the ground. I didn't want to do that. We can zap the ground. Oh, I thought I'd lost a life already. And trap the people in it. Now, that's the only attack we have. We can't defend ourselves in any other ways. Yeah, you're going to fall in that, mate. So yeah, basically that's it. Collect everything, don't die, and then once you've got everything, an exit will appear, like that.
You win.
And you get fabulous sound effects on this ST version, which is really cool. So there you go, nice easy introduction to the first level. Now, the opposing runners, what are they? The bungling empire. They are a bit bungling. The AI is not great. So you can manipulate them in different ways. Like here, I'm going to wait for that guy to fall, and then I'm going to run. Now, if he had half a brain, he'd sit at the bottom, the bottom of that ladder, and only make an action when I make an action. But yeah, they're not very clever, basically. So you can escape them, especially on these early levels. You can manipulate them quite well. So, like, if I stay up here, they all go for the high ground. So, oh no, this guy actually, he's been a bit more clever. I was about to say they'll all go for the high ground over on the right hand side, like those other two did. But they didn't. So there you go. Obviously not as dumb as I make them out to be. Like this guy, he'll drop. Shouldn't have dropped. Foolish, foolish. So you can. Oh, am I going to make it? Yes. Whoa! There's a gap. I didn't know that gap was there. Oh my word! Sneaky level design. Sneaky. It's just a great game. It has that really kind of kinetic, fast feel. Now, when they upgraded it for the NES, I say upgraded, they added like bigger sprites and a scrolling playfield, and it's just not the same game. It's just not. You need this kind of fast pace. Like, here's a great example of the dumb AI. Coming down into that underground cave there was foolish. Foolish. Basically gives me a chance to swipe all of that stuff. Now if I go down here again, they'll do the same. Instead of coming down to the right, which would make a lot more sense, or even splitting up so that two go to the right and one goes to the left. No. They'll just sit there. So that gives me a chance to go, hey, oh, one split off. He's not. Oh, I shouldn't have gone up. I should have got the one down below. We're all right now. We'll wait for him to come up and then we'll drop down. That's that done. Where's the exit? Top right. Sorted.
You win.
So it's all pretty straightforward at this point. You can sometimes back yourself into a bit of a corner, but mostly you're all right. But having said that, it ramps up so quick. In fact, I know it's going to ramp up very soon to a level that I just can't do. I had a quick go of this was it yesterday or the day before, just to kind of remind myself of how brilliant it was. And oh, this is a bit awkward. Okay, you get in there. Thank you. And just give it a go, kind of like de-rust, if you like. Okay, this is interesting. How am I going to get that now? Oh, he's got one. Sneaky one. Yeah, you might have noticed that they do occasionally pick up the treasures. And then you have to trap them to get them back. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, that was foolish. Okay, let's have a think about this. Now, I don't really need to get that top right one yet. I reckon I'll guide them all to the bottom left. And then we'll start. See, he's swiped one already. Right, get in there. Oh! Alright, I'm not going to worry about that one just yet. I am going to get this one in the middle, because this one's quite awkward. Now, the right-hand side of the screen is nice and available. So yeah, I'll try and finish my point. I do this all the time. I watched some of my old videos recently, and I've noticed I do this all the time. Oh, can I get that? I can't get that. Sometimes you notice they get filled in while they're in there, and then they have to respawn at the top, which is sometimes not a good thing to happen, actually. Like now, I don't want that guy up there. I was a bit hasty there, wasn't I? Oh dear. Oh, and there you go. There's an example of how quickly you can get painted into a corner. Right, let's get you. And you. Because you're picking these up and that's annoying. Right, you're going to get filled in. Oh no, you didn't get filled in. Uh-oh. Right, drop in there, guys. I'll run on your heads. Okay. Alright, I'm liking the setup for this level now. They haven't got any bits, as far as I'm aware. Oh no, he's respawned up there. That's terrible. But he's dumb, so he's going to come down. Yep, you're dumb. I've still got to get that awkward one though. Should have got that earlier. No, what am I doing? Oh, that was just ridiculous. I could have just kept running left. I'd have made it. Honestly. So, as I was saying, I had a quick go at this. Just to de-rust a little bit. Which obviously didn't work, because I'm still very rusty. But there's just one level in particular that I'm really, really struggling with. And we'll probably see it very shortly. I can't remember when exactly it is. Right, what are we doing here? Why did you have to go across the top? Oh. Okay, no, I quite like the split there, actually. No, I don't like that, though. Run! Okay, what am I doing? Let's trap them in and drop down. Can I make that ladder? Probably not. There we go. Alright then. Now we're in business. We've got the awkward one this time. Hopefully they're not carrying any of them. Oh, that's not good though. How am I going to get to the exit now? How stupid will they be? Don't particularly want to drop down there if I can help it. Let's trap you. Okay. That was easier than I was expecting it to be. Alright, there we go. I think it might be the tricky level now, actually. No, it's not, thankfully. I get to play and succeed. They're a little bit longer. Right, you come down here. There we go. And you... Oh, you're going to drop. Okay. So you're going to make it up in time? No, he's not. Sure, I like this. Don't like how this is developing. Oh, that could have filled in a bit quicker. That would have been nicer. Okay, sometimes it's good to clump them up. Sometimes it's good to separate them. I'm not exactly sure on what was the best thing to do there, but this seems to be working. Alright. There's nothing they can do now. So yeah, about the game, there are many things to like about this. I mean, there's the fact that, you know, Douglas E. Smith's original design is just genius. One of the best platforming game designs, bar none. But then there's the extra bit of spice that the ST version adds. The sound effects really add to the feel of the game. I think more than... No, don't stop! Yeah, so this is the level that I struggle on. So more than anything, it's those footsteps. I think they really add to the atmosphere of the game, of the oh my word, I must escape kind of feeling. I don't even know how to begin this level. I think I had the right idea. Swipe that. Trap these two. And let's explore up here a little bit. I tell you what makes the game great is that you are constantly just hounded. Did you really have to appear there? I'll have to get those 2 keys later. You just... Yeah, there's no respite. I mean, the only respite you get is the start of the game when your guy's flashing and they nicely pause for you and wait for you. I've got to get them to come down here. Okay, he's gone back up though. Oh no, they've gone that way. Okay. There we go, that's that one. Right, I've got to save that key. If I get that key, how do... Oh no, I've painted myself in a corner again. Okay, let's go and get the 2 that are in the middle of that blocky mess there. Oh no! Why? That's so annoying. Thought he was going to scupper everything right there. So how do I get that one? How do I get that one? And how do I get the one that's right at the bottom there and still escape? How do I get up to the ones up there when these guys... Alright, no, that's not too difficult at all. Okay. Oh, that was like the end of Carry then, wasn't it? Him jumping out and getting me. Anyway, that's Lode Runner. I tell you what, I'm going to leave it there. It's just a wonderful, wonderful game. If you've got an ST, just give it a go. If you haven't, get an emulator, give it a go. Brilliant, brilliant game. And actually, I'd love to hear if you've played any of the other versions and what you think of them. Especially if you've played that original Apple II version. I'd love to give that a go. So I did search for some magazine reviews. It's really difficult often to find magazine reviews of really early ST games. I know this is 89, it's not that early, but still, I've really struggled. There've got to be some there somewhere. The only one I found was Génération 4, the French magazine. And can you believe it? They gave it 33%. I mean, this is one of my favourite ST games. It's one of the very best ST games. It doesn't make it into my top 10 list, I don't think. Maybe it'd scrape it on a good day. But 33%, I couldn't believe it. But anyway, I had to go at translating this review with my very, very limited GCSE French. So excuse me if this is wrong. Any of our French viewers want to chime in with a more accurate translation, then please do. But I love it starts with this phrase, hold a ghost, which I think is like a way of saying, you know, hold your horses, or yeah, something like that anyway. But it says directly from the 8-bits, here is Lode Runner. It says there are lots of differences to the original, and it all starts with the graphics. It basically says it's nice and bright, and it also praises the options and, you know, the level editor, which we haven't spoken about yet. There is a level editor in this, by the way, and it's really, really comprehensive, really good. Let's see. Oh, this grumpy looking geezer here. He says, oh, he's obviously the guy that gave it 33%, because he says this version is frankly not great. What's this bit? The graphics are even uglier than the 8-bits. They haven't been successful in porting the essential elements of the gameplay. I think that's right. Again, my GCSE French kind of falls apart at this point, but I think that's basically what he's saying. The end bit is definitely it's best not to look at this game, or best not to see this game, and keep your good memories of the 8-bit versions. Oh, scathing. And I just think this is a great game. And I could understand people at the time saying, it's just the 8-bit version, and you know, and it's 6 years old. Why are we playing this on our ST now? You know, and you used to get lots of reviews like that were scathing about very 8-bit style of gameplay on the ST. So I could understand that. I would disagree with it, but I could understand it. But saying that there were lots of changes to the 8-bits and now this is much worse is what? Pardon? There was another review on ST News, which was like a disc-based scene disc mag, and they were saying it's pretty good, basically. But they did talk about the lack of responsiveness when it comes to moving and firing the ground digging laser thing, which I can't attest to because I haven't played the 8-bit versions. For all I know, the 8-bit versions are a lot more responsive. But you saw that there were a couple of times where I accidentally walked into a guy or didn't get the laser out in time. So I can see where they're coming from. But I'd have to play the 8-bit version to see if that was much better in that regard. It might be a bit like Whizball, where I see Whizball as quite, you know, responsive, but the people who've played the Commodore 64 version are like, no, you need to play the Commodore 64 version, it's much better. So it might be like that. I don't know. But hey, if you have played the 8-bit versions, please let me know. And that's all we got time for today, guys. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Just a quick reminder that if you do want to support me during my Movember efforts, then check the link down below, and any help you can give there is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. But that's it for today. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching.